Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. 10. Ground control to Major Tom. 7.
So we're getting ready. Yeah, we're getting ready to get on the plane to go to Denver, and from Denver we'll go to Dallas Fort Worth. And sometime around 1 o'clock in the morning, we should be at the airport we're supposed to be at. Right now it's 2:30ish or something in Cincinnati, and we're waiting to get on the plane. And here we are in the air going from Cincinnati to Denver. We had a little bit of turbulence, not a big deal. The most exciting part of this leg was the person I got to sit next to. She was off her medication, for lack of a better term. Very, very uncomfortable with the person in front of us's conversation. She was complaining about a headache, would take bags of ice and put them on different places on her neck and her, like direct skin contact almost with a bag of ice. And she was taking medication, and I expected her, honestly, to just flip out and us be on the news. But that being said, there's some really beautiful sights. If you're ever in a chance to fly across the United States, I highly recommend it. You get to see things from the air that, to me, it's very impressive. How anybody could think that, someday we're going to run out of land is beyond me, or places to live. And there's a lot of land that we flew over that still takes care of us today. There was some of it there. The farming, as far as you can see, is fields of crops. Some of the crops are in circles for like irrigation with water and whatnot. And when you land in Denver, it's like, crops, and then bam, here we are in Denver. It was a great flight. Denver Airport is really cool. There are, it looks like Tent City from a distance. We'll see it here in just a second. The layover time we had here, I believe, was close to 4 hours. We entertained ourselves by going to a bistro. We met a couple there who had been in the wedding business. Ironically enough, she was a caterer, and we got quite a bit of positive feedback on what caterers look for in a venue. And we have that's us there as the layer. We're relaxing, to say the least. And then there's the bistro we went to. That's some of the stuff. We got on a plane, flew to, in an hour and some change, we were in Dallas Fort Worth. We arrived late at night. We were really, really ready to get our car and get to the hotel and just get some rest, because it had been a long day. And we got a nice fast car, and Ginger wanted to drive, so I was like, okay, here we go. So we got a car and she took off. This is some of the security footage. We had quite the trip. I didn't know she had it in her, but I seen a side of her that was quite a bit different. The sun was coming up by the time we got there. It had been a really, really long day, and we just couldn't wait to get to the hotel. And the police there were so nice. They went with us to make sure we didn't have any issues with getting to the hotel. And then we got to the hotel, and we were very pleasantly surprised with the accommodations. They were surprised. I mean, to say it was luxuries to understate it. They had they had food available, but we found a place called the Old West Restaurant or Old West Cafe. It was the manager was dressed up like Woody from Toy Story, and he was very well in costume. There's Ginger getting some coffee from there. Ginger ate pretty good there. That's some of the meals we had. There's the aftermath. But after that, we decided to go back and take a swim in the hot tub, and then that later that evening, Ginger wanted to go for another ride, so I was like, okay, whatever. So we took a trip around Dallas and the Fort Worth area and checked it out. It was quite a trip, let me tell you. She enjoyed that car thoroughly, to say the least. We were able to see the town like a lot of people would think um, Dallas is a small town or Fort Worth is a small town. They're not. The two are very close together. They're kind of the same in that way. And traveling at night, you get to see more stuff that you would normally see during the day, and the traffic wasn't bad at all, as you can tell. We were able to. I think we picked up a milkshake after a little ride, and Ginger was really getting the feel of the car. She made it to where you didn't really have to look real hard; just look out the front windshield. She would show us around as we went through the streets. But after this little night trip we took, it's kind of a relaxing stroll through the town, and then we went back to the hotel, got a good night's sleep, and then the next day we went to the venue. This is the venue we're looking to emulate. We came to see what it was about, and that's what we did.